Some rivalries are just, well, they're different, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
They seem to go way beyond the score, beyond who won last night's game.
Absolutely.
They become these really intense, almost philosophical clashes, things that deeply shape who we are, what we stand for.
Yeah.
We often think about sports rivalries, like in terms of stats or history, maybe playoff matchups. But what if they reveal something much deeper?
Right.
So today we're taking a deep dive into that legendary Red Sox-Yankees rivalry, but not really to revisit game stats.
No, not the box scores.
Exactly. We want to understand what it really tells us about identity. For the teams, sure, but maybe even more powerfully for us, the fans.
Mm.
We've been looking at some great material, including this really insightful piece, Red Sox Identity Forged by Yankees Rivalry. It pulls some compelling lessons from a recent series between them.
And what's truly fascinating here, I think, is how the sheer intensity of this rivalry lets us look past the diamond, really, and grasp these profound things about identity, loyalty, even like human endurance. It's like you said, how these intense rivalries can act as this powerful mirror.
Reflecting strengths.
Reflecting fundamental strengths, but also exposing those critical weaknesses and solidifying core values. And these insights, they definitely stretch far beyond just sports. Wow. It's kind of a powerful testament, isn't it? How an adversary, even when you fiercely oppose, can become so integral to defining who you actually are.
Okay, so what's immediately clear then is that being a Red Sox fan, well, it isn't a neutral experience, not even close.
Definitely not neutral.
It's this wild ride, between deep frustration on one hand and just unwavering faith on the other. Think about it, that constant swing back and forth, crushing disappointment, then profound devotion.
Yeah.
And every single time they play the Yankees, Fenway, Yankee Stadium, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It just magnifies all those feelings.
Turns the volume way up.
Right.
It's never just a baseball game. It's like this emotional crucible where the Yankees are seen as this opponent who just expose every weakness.
They find the cracks.
They find all the cracks, exploit them. But here's the paradox, and this is where I think it gets really interesting.
Okay.
Those same games, they also reveal these flashes of resilience, the small sparks of talent, those moments where you lean in, grip your seat, and you're just thinking, if only they could put it all together.
And that paradox you're describing, that constant push and pull that immediately takes us beyond just, stats or game recaps.
Right.
We're not just looking at wins and losses anymore. We're looking at what these intense clashes teach us about the team's identity and maybe just as much the fan's identity too.
Yeah.
That emotional investment. It's not just some side effect of being a fan. It's actually central to how identity gets shaped, especially through facing that kind of adversity.
Like a crucible, you said. Exactly. It's almost like a crucible where the core elements of who you are, who the team is, get tested and hopefully refined.
Absolutely. And that leads us straight to a key insight this rivalry gives us.
Yeah.
The absolute importance of consistency.
Ah, yes.
Consistency.
It's highlighted that the Yankees, well, they don't necessarily blow the Sox away every single inning or even every game, but what they consistently do, and what the Red Sox apparently struggle to do, is maintain focus from the first pitch to the last.
That sustained focus.
Yeah, our analysis points out how Red Sox rallies are often like lightning, exciting, loud, sudden.
Big energy burst.
Huge energy. But then just as quickly, poof, it fades. And that's not just about winning or losing that specific moment. It's about that sustained, unwavering effort, or lack of it.
And that lack of consistency, it translates directly into this feeling of, well, whiplash for the fans. You feel it deeply.
Yeah.
You go from standing, clapping, chanting, totally swept up.
You believe. And then the next minute, you're sighing, staring into the night sky, or just turning the TV off.
Done. Yeah.
The difference between winning and losing so often isn't just raw talent. I mean, both teams have loads of talent.
For sure.
It's about steadiness. And if you think about this beyond baseball, imagine a startup, right? Brilliant ideas, flashes of innovation, but they can't consistently deliver on customer service or product quality. It undermines everything.
Right, or like a project team, super talented people.
Yeah, incredibly talented individuals.
Yeah.
But if their focus just wobbles day to day, those brilliant individual moments don't actually add up to a win. Inconsistency, really, in any field, it can just sabotage even the highest levels of talent, makes those brilliant flashes ultimately less effective.
That's such a critical point, how inconsistency unravels things.
Yeah.
And this idea of sustained effort or maybe the lack of it. And it really ties into how critical even the smallest moments become, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Our sources really emphasize this insight that one at-bat, one defensive play, one pitch can shift momentum. Just one.
Tiny hinges swing big doors.
Exactly. And too often, the narrative is that the Red Sox let those small chances slip away. You see it, right? Runners left on base.
Yeah. LOB.
A missed opportunity to turn a double play or a pitch thrown just a little too high.
Yeah.
These aren't always the huge, dramatic errors you see on the replays, are they?
No, not usually the highlight reel stuff. They're more subtle. These little missteps that just accumulate.
Yeah.
They become the quiet story behind the loss. And when you're really invested, like a diehard fan, you learn to obsess over those little details.
Oh, you do?
Because, deep down, they represent the difference between heartbreak and triumphs. It's a powerful lesson, really. Success isn't always about the grand slam. It's often the cumulative effect of doing the small things right again and again.
Like saving for retirement.
Exactly. It's not one huge deposit, usually. It's the small, consistent contributions over years, or, in work. It's not just the big presentation.
Right.
It's all the hours of prep, the small edits, the careful feedback you take on board. That stuff collectively leads to success. Those small moments, executed or missed, they build the whole story.
That accumulation idea is spot on. Every little detail building up. And it flows right into another big insight.
Yeah.
This idea that resilience alone just isn't enough. You need execution, too.
Crucial distinction.
Because, you see that fighting spirit from the Sox, it's admirable, that we never seem to fully quit vibe.
Yeah, they don't often roll over.
We've all seen it, right?
Okay.
A late homer, a tense rally in the eighth, that certain jolt of energy from the dugout. It gives you that surge of hope. You feel it. You think, okay, this is it, turnaround time.
It's true, and that resilience is inspiring, no doubt. But what looking closely at this rivalry teaches us is that crucial difference. Hope, fighting spirit, they're vital, absolutely. But hope alone doesn't win a series.
Right. Doesn't get you the W.
Exactly. The Yankees often demonstrate that this resilience everyone sees. It must be paired with execution. Consistently. It's not enough to just show up and fight back hard. You actually have to land the punches, make the plays when they count. There's this powerful analogy we found that just nails it. A spark without follow-through is only a flash, not a fire.
Ooh, that's good.
Isn't it? Think about that. Lots of teams, lots of people can show resilience. They can spark. But only the ones who couple that spirit with precise, consistent execution, they're the ones who achieve sustained success. They build the fire.
Like a passionate musician who never gives up.
Right. But if they don't practice their scales, master the technique consistently.
It stays just a spark.
Exactly. Just a flash never ignites into that truly masterful performance.
That spark versus fire thing. Wow, that really resonates, doesn't it? It pushes us past the game itself into something deeper about what really matters. And it brings us to this big theme the rivalry reveals. How these intense clashes actually shape identity. Profoundly. I mean, it's hard to even imagine it differently, right? The source says the Red Sox without the Yankees would not feel like the Red Sox.
It's true. They define each other in a way.
This rivalry, it feels like the forge where our strengths and weaknesses are tested. It's not just games. It's like fundamental self-definition happening.
Exactly. And connecting this to the bigger picture, it's so clear these clashes aren't just entertainment. They are identity shapers. Full stop. Our look at this shows how these intense matchups, even in defeat, are vital. They actually fuel the emotions that keep us loyal season after season.
Yeah, it keeps you coming back.
They bring out the rawest version of us, right? Hopeful, angry, proud, wounded, but never, ever indifferent.
Never indifferent. That's key.
That kind of profound, enduring connection to a rival, especially one that sort of mirrors your own goals but also exposes your flaws, it fundamentally defines who you are. The rival isn't just the opponent.
No.
They become an essential part of your own story. A constant benchmark you measure yourself against, your commitment against.
And speaking of identity, it's not just the team's identity being forged, is it? The fans are like woven right into this whole thing.
Inextricably.
What we looked at strongly asserts that we, the fans, are part of this story. You can almost feel it physically sometimes, the way Fenway just erupts after a big hit.
Oh, yeah.
That collective gasp, the way silence falls after a missed chance. It's this shared emotional thing. It connects everyone there and even watching at home.
Absolutely. And that experience, it teaches us not only about the team, but importantly about ourselves.
So
it reveals things like how much noise we can make, right? Or how much patience we have left, how we choose to keep carrying hope even when it feels totally misplaced.
Yeah. How much can we take?
Exactly. It really underscores that statement. Being a Red Sox fan is not a hobby. It's a state of being.
A state of being. Wow.
It's an active, emotional participation. It transforms just casual interest into something that feels like a core part of your personal identity. And this is true for any deep passion, right? When you commit to something, a community, art, science, whatever, you're not just watching. You become an active part of that story, and it shapes you right back. Your identity gets tangled up in it.
That is a powerful idea, a state of being. Not just what you do, but who you are. And it really brings us to maybe the ultimate takeaway here, the philosophical one. Beyond the wins, losses, small moments, big plays.
Yeah.
What's the enduring truth? What's the deeper lesson from this relentless, passionate battle?
Well, it definitely raises a big question for all of us, I think. How do we actually value perseverance when we're facing constant, difficult challenges?
Okay.
The core idea emerging here seems to be that imperfection does not erase worth. Think about it. The Red Sox lose games. We make mistakes, big ones sometimes.
Yep, we've seen them.
But still, we show up. Still, we believe in that dynamic. That's why the Yankees rivalry hits so hard. It tests our threshold for belief.
Okay. That's the threshold.
It pushes you right to the edge of giving up. But somehow, year after year, that belief persists. It suggests it's not just about winning every single battle. It's about the enduring commitment to the fight.
Like a scientist working for decades on something tough.
Exactly. Facing countless failed experiments, or an entrepreneur grinding through years of setbacks. Their worth isn't defined by the losses or imperfections along the way.
Right.
It's defined by that unwavering commitment to keep pursuing it.
And that's where that profound fan commitment comes in. Or really, anyone deeply committed to any goal. This whole dynamic makes you ask yourself, how much failure am I willing to endure for just the chance at one unforgettable moment of glory?
Right. What's the price of hope?
And the answer, for most of these fans, and maybe for many of us in other areas, is simple. We will endure as much as it takes. That's not just sports fandom. That feels like a deep human resilience.
It really does.
It's about betting on hope, even when the odds feel completely stacked against you.
It truly is. So when we pull all these points together, it feels clear that the Red Sox identity, it's not defined by standings alone.
No.
They are defined by how much they make us feel. It becomes about embracing the chaos, the drama, the heartbreak, and the joy that this whole rivalry stirs up.
Embracing the chaos. I like that.
Yeah. It's kind of a testament to the human spirit's capacity for hope, for endurance, even when staring down a consistently formidable rival. The feeling, the struggle, that's the core of what makes this rivalry, and honestly, many big life pursuits, so compelling and ultimately so defining for who we are.
Wow. What a deep dive this has been. We've really unpacked some fundamental stuff here. We've seen that critical, maybe underrated importance of consistency. How those small moments added up can totally shift outcomes. Why resilience is great, but it absolutely needs execution alongside it. We've explored how rivals don't just compete. They actually forge our identity individually and, as communities. And maybe most powerfully, we connected with that integral, almost spiritual role of the fan experience. Makes it clear some passions are just way more than hobbies.
Indeed. And what we've sort of gleaned is that the Yankees, they're formidable rivals, but you could almost see them as teachers.
Teachers? How so?
They illuminate that enduring as a Red Sox fan, or really committing to any tough endeavor. It's not about the easy wins. It can't be.
No.
It's about surviving the struggle, right? Holding on to that belief and patiently, sometimes painfully, waiting for the day when resilience finally meets execution, when those sparks we talked about
Kindly ignite the fire.
Exactly. Ignite into a fire that just cannot be put out. It's about the journey, the hope it inspires, that cycle that shapes character, season after season, challenge after challenge.
So thinking about all this, what does it mean for you personally? As you reflect on our deep dive today, where in your own life do you find yourself surviving the struggle, holding on to belief, waiting for that moment when your own sparks finally ignite into that unquenchable fire? Whether it's, a challenging project, a personal goal you've been chasing for ages, or a community you're deeply dedicated to? This story of rivalry and resilience, it really offers a powerful mirror, doesn't it? For your own journey of passion, perseverance, and ultimately identity. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.